Welcome to Turn the Page Tuesdays, where book journaling meets caffeinated chaos.
I'm Kasie, the one who's probably spilling her coffee on her notebook.
And I'm Rachel, the one trying to keep it together.
Each week, we bring you weekly tips and sips, let you snoop inside our journals, and take you on wild bookish adventures.
So grab your coffee, crack open your journal, and let's turn the page before Kasie spills something again.
Hey friends, it's Kasie with the reading wrap-up for the month of March. First, I read Waiting for Godot. I gave it 4 cups of coffee. What a trip. I really think that everybody should read this and have an existential crisis and then move on with their life. Remember, you can check out all of my detailed reviews at Goodreads. All right, so the next book that I read was, boom, The Astral Library by Quinn. Another 4 cups of coffee. I enjoyed this tremendously. It's my first Quinn. Highly recommended by lots of people, especially my bestie, Rachel. You know her from the podcast. And the 5th star, where was it? Well, I thought that this went on like at the end too fast. Slow it down, lead me into the ending, but everything about it was fabulous and magical. I also enjoyed the narrator. Her name is Stacy. I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name, but she is amazing. So she is my narrator of the month. My next audio was David Sedaris, Children Playing Before a Statue of Hercules. Okay, so this is an anthology. This is an anthology of short stories curated by Mr. Sedaris. But his story, of course, was my favorite. He narrated his own. Everybody, I think all the authors narrated their own. I gave it 3 cups of coffee because if you're a Sedaris fan, this is not like the others. So you need to know right away what you're getting. And it is many authors, not just Mr. Sedaris. But hey, it was cool. It was a great listen. Wasn't too long. Then my next book was, boom, shakalaka, Murder, She Said. The Quotable Miss Marple. OMG, there's a lot in this little book. I have lots of tabbies. Of course, it's a quotable book, so that's going to be fun. I gave this one 4.5 cups of coffee. Small but mighty. It had history about Miss Jane Marple, where she's from, you know, a little bit more about her family, which I enjoyed. I really liked her views and takes on life, and especially about women empowerment. So if you're looking for a cute little read, pick this little gem up. I promise you it'll be great. After that, I read The Little Book of Magical Creatures. Yeah. Okay. So I picked this up mostly for the cover, and I got it at a local, crystal store, metaphysical store. And when I opened it up, I was like, oh, I'm going to learn about all of these creatures. Oh, there's a big disconnect in this, friend. I only gave this 2 cups of coffee. I felt like I was going all over the place. I felt 1 minute in the beginning like we were strong and we had some good history and enjoying the mythology, enjoying the lore. And then all of a sudden we're taking a hard left and almost felt like it was a forced book. Honestly, what I really liked about this was the bats. I'm not usually a fan of bats, but when I learned more about them through this book, I have a deeper appreciation, love, and respect for them, especially because they can do facial expressions and they really are emoting. So now I'm curious about bats. Disappointed in the unicorn section. Very disappointed in the unicorn section. Okay, so after this, we did an audiobook back in the Bobbyverse. Bam! For We Are Many. This is book number 2, Dennis E. Taylor. Wow. It's 4 cups of coffee. The end is a mad dash where something's going on in time and I had to go back and listen. But because we love Ray Porter, he really does all the voices great as the narrator. Favorite character, Space Cadet Justin, because of the voices. Again, Ray, you've got this going on, or should I say Mr. Porter? If you started the Bobbyverse, just keep going in the Bobbyverse. It really is quite delightful. There's so many references to pop culture, and if you're a Trek fan, then I think that you're going to have a deeper understanding, appreciation, and laugh a little more LOL than those who are not. After that, we did The Color of Always. It is an LGBTQIA plus anthology. This is just full of love letters, full of all kinds of love letters. Let's look at some of these arts. There are a bunch of different short stories. Every single author and artist that contributed to this, thank you so much. Mwah. Yes, like I said, it is my cover of the month. It is beautiful. It is stunning. And 5 cups of coffee. 5 cups of coffee. It is just simply beautiful. If you just want to know what love is like, read this. Please read this. Next up, 9 Goblins. Whoa, what a surprise. Listen, T. Kingfisher. I definitely picked this up because it is a short book and the cover got me. And I was at an independent bookstore, and actually the majority of the books this month were from independent bookstores. Woohoo. 5 cups of coffee. 5 cups of coffee. This story is amazing, delightful. I loved everything about it. We're following a bunch of goblins that are in some kind of a war that they don't even know why it got started. And my favorite is Blanchett and his teddy bear, because the teddy bear does the talking for him. I love how it's a tale of low fantasy and high mischief. I actually think this is a tale of friendship, working together. Just the small are mighty. Sergeant Nasilka, she's the female narrator. And you know why I loved her so much? She's my second favorite character, not just because she's a female, but because she manages this group, like a school teacher, like how, Rachel and I, school teacher, goblins, the kids are goblins. So when you're reading this, put your students into their places, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, the one who's got the finger up the nose the whole time. I got that kid in my class, don't you? All right, after that, Rachel got me this cute little Star Trek ship. Okay, Rachel got me this cool light up, Enterprise model, and it came with this tiny little Star Trek Starship Enterprise book. It is 30 pages of facts regarding the Starship Enterprise. My favorite is that the model that was made, the whole like engineering part on blueprints, was by this guy last name Jeffries, and that's why we have Jeffries tubes. I had no idea this was going to be as amazing as it was. It's like beyond obsessed. I'm looking at my book. It says that I gave it like 80 million cups of coffee. Just everything in this little book, which sells onto eBay for like another $10 without the model. And I was able to review this little book on Goodreads. Can you imagine? I couldn't imagine. But anyway, any little Star Trek fact you wanted came with the thing. Thank you, Rachel. I loved it so much. All right, next up. Again, another recommendation from Rachel, The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon, and this is volume number 1. Of course, you see the tabbies, it's highly quotable. This game, you need something that's a quick read. You want some fun humor and things that are off the wall. I was texting Rachel the whole time. I was like, who the bleep is this Archibald guy? He is a bleep and bleep, 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 bleep. Yes, I'm not a fan of Archibald. Not at all. Okay, I definitely said Agnes was my favorite character, and I want to be Aunt Eugenia when I grow up. You don't know who that is because you didn't read the story, but she's very eccentric, and I love her. So go pick it up. I'm already into the second one. Then I'm at a game store, and we're picking up some TCG cards. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's a trading card game. And I find this comic called Shardbugs, Dave's First Bounty, and this is issue number 2, and I read it. I gave it 3 cups of coffee because I felt like before releasing this, that I would have liked the entire graphic novel, especially because I can't even find the first one. Now look, guys, I'm going to tag you on the Instagram, and maybe you can find this for me so you can get me the first one. But the story is cute, and the artwork is cute. Everything about this is adorable. I actually think I would put this in the YA section. And then there's an entire card game if you like to play card games. I mean, I'm a Star Realms fan myself. So here we go. Look at this. Hats off to the artist in this. Even the trading cards were super cool, but I don't want you to see the whole thing because then you're going to know what's happening in the Shardbug world. But I need more. I need more. So thank you to our local game store for that, and let's see what's up next. Oh my goodness, The Billionaire and the Monk. Okay, The Billionaire and the Monk. I'm not going to say how the name of this author, but I gave this one 6 cups of coffee. It's inspirational. You know what the best part of this book is? The best part of this book is chapter number 7. So it's called Buying Happiness. The premise is that a billionaire and a monk were both asked a question, are you happy? They find each other, they go into business together. Read the story to find out why a monk is in business with a billionaire running hotels. So there's the question. You know what? It is inspirational, but most importantly, this had some very important financial information everybody needs. This book taught me what school should have taught me regarding saving and investing and how all of that works for you to be happy. Does money buy happiness? The answer, according to this book, is yes, and it's laid out for you in chapter 7 how to do it. It also talks about living minimalistically. So don't think of it as like having less stuff. Think of it as having less noise so you can focus more on your goals. Billionaire and the Monk. Very surprising. And then I ended my month with, it rhymes with take. Now listen, guys, I have the other special edition, that's shiny rainbow, but Rachel said I should not crack that spine open because it's numbered limited edition and signed by George. So that's in a protective case, but I had to read it. This book was fantastic. It is a memoir of George's life and all of the things that he has done for humanity. I really think it's about humanity. However, if you are an ally of the rainbow or you're in the rainbow, you should pick this up because there's some important history. There's some important gay history in here that everybody should know about. And I learned a lot about George. He is more than just Captain Sulu on a television show. He's part about what I learned about George is that, and it's a terrible time in our U.S. history, is after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, all of the Japanese Americans were put into concentration camps. Yeah, here in Arkansas. Like, what the people, okay? He's just a little boy. That's a different graphic novel. He touches upon it in here. But can you imagine how scary that was? And then how he just persevered and did all the things? And I can't even tell you all the things. You see how big this book is? And this is the extended edition. So I really think that everybody should pick this up and read about a really amazing human being because this, you will be inspired to be the best human being you can be. I know that I am. So, Mr. Takei, thank you. You want to know why it says it rhymes with Takei? Then you better go read this book. I mean, George, God, you are just a beautiful person. And you and your husband, Brad, I cannot thank you enough. My partner cannot thank you enough for all the things that you've done for our community. All right, let's just do the end of the month bookish tracker. My book of the month for my physical book were The 9 Goblins. Guys, obsessed. 5 stars. 5 stars. I probably should have gave it 6 because I'm very obsessed. It's all the children in the classroom. Okay, my favorite graphic novel. Now that's tough because they're both amazing, but really this one just by leaps and bounds. This one is up for graphic novel of the year. But hey, we already know this one got cover of the month and we know how much I love my artwork. My favorite audiobook of the month is The Astral Library. And now listen, my favorite characters are substitute teachers in the David Sedaris selection, children playing before statue of Hercules, Special Cadet Justin in the Bobbyverse, Estragon in Waiting for Godot, because that whole thing, you need to be drink the mushroom coffee when you read that, guys. And Blanchett and Teddy from The 9 Goblins. My favorite narrator is Satsuki from The Astral Library. I did not space anything out to airlock this, so that was my March reading wrap up. This is Kasie from the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show, your favorite bookish podcast. Like, subscribe, do all this.